When your cat needs you before falling asleep, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's adorable, but behind that sweetness, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most vulnerable things your cat can do, and if you ignore it, which most owners do, you might miss what they're trying to tell you about trust, comfort, and the way they see you. Let's start with what that bedtime ritual really means. 1. It's not about the blanket, it's about the bond. Ever notice your cat can lie on a soft blanket, a pillow, or the couch all day long, but right before sleep, they come to you? Most people think kneading is just about getting comfortable, like your cat is fluffing up a spot before bed. Here's what's actually happening. Yes, comfort matters, but when your cat climbs onto your chest, your stomach, your lap, or your side, and starts pressing those paws into you, they are not just shaping a bed, they are choosing a living, familiar, trusted surface. That changes the meaning completely. Here's why this matters. Your cat is not just looking for softness. Your cat is looking for safety that has a face, a smell, a body temperature, and a history. You think they are picking a place, but actually, they are picking a person. Think about that for a second. And by the way, if your cat ever used to do this and suddenly stopped, don't brush it off. We'll come back to that later because it can mean more than most owners realize. What makes this even more meaningful is that feline behavior researchers describe kneading as one of several affiliative behaviors cats direct toward trusted social partners, and reviews of cat-human sociality note that behaviors like rubbing, purring, and kneading have been carried from cat-human relationships. In other words, this is not random bedtime fluffing. It is social behavior aimed at you, too. Your cat knows it's you, not just a warm body. Have you ever wondered why your cat does this with you, even when there are other warm places in the room? Most people assume the answer is simple. You're nearby. You're warm. End of story. Here's what most people don't realize. A 2013 study found that cats can recognize their owners by voice. A 2019 study found that cats can discriminate their own names from other words. And a 2024 study showed cats can rapidly form associations between human speech and what it refers to. That means your cat is not moving through your home in some vague fog of instinct. They are tracking familiar human signals far more closely than people give them credit for. Here's why this matters. When your cat comes to knead you before sleep, this is not a confused habit directed at any warm object. It is directed at a known individual, a recognized voice, a familiar presence, a person their brain has already mapped as safe. That changes the emotional weight of the moment, because now the kneading isn't just my cat likes soft things. It becomes, my cat knows exactly who I am, and chooses me at the moment they want to let their guard down. And here's where it gets even more powerful. Cats are often described as independent, but independence is not the opposite of attachment. In cats, attachment often shows up quietly, not with dramatic neediness. With small, deliberate choices, like whose body they settle on when the day is over. 3. Those soft paws are making you part of their world. Have you ever noticed that the kneading often comes with purring, circling, rubbing, and then finally sleep? Most people see those as separate little habits. Here's what's actually happening. Your cat's world is built through scent and familiarity far more than yours is. Reviews on Feline of Action explain that cats use chemical signals constantly, with scent-producing areas across the body playing a major role in social behavior, familiarity, and stress regulation. Researchers have also found that owner presence can reduce stress for many cats in unfamiliar settings, and reunion behaviors like rubbing are especially common after separation. Here's why this matters. When your cat needs you, presses into you, rubs against you, and then settles down, they may be doing more than soothing themselves physically. They may be pulling you into their sense of safe territory through contact, scent, and routine. That is not aggression. That is intimacy. Think about that for a second. You are not just furniture to them. You are part of the emotional geography of their life, part of the place where their nervous system softens. So, the next time your cat does that little bedtime ritual, remember, they may be making you part of their world in the most feline way possible. Now, before we keep going, if you're learning something new about your cat, hit like and subscribe. That's how we get these videos to more cat owners who want to love their cats the right way. 4. This ritual begins in kittenhood, but ends with you. Have you ever wondered why kneading looks so rhythmic, so automatic? Almost like your cat isn't even thinking about it. That's because part of this behavior is older than your relationship. Much older. Here's what's actually happening. Kneading begins in kittenhood. Newborn kittens use rhythmic paw movements while nursing and while pressed against their mother's body. Research on early feline development shows kittens rely heavily on scent, body contact, and nest familiarity to find comfort and orientation. Later reviews on cat behavior note that adult domestic cats still use juvenile-style social signals, like kneading and purring, especially in close relationships. Here's why this matters. When your adult cat kneads you before falling asleep, you are watching an ancient safety circuit turn on, a body memory, a survival memory, not because your cat thinks you are literally their mother, but because your presence has been woven into the deepest category a cat can have, safe enough to soften. Think about that for a second. Your cat is taking one of the oldest comfort behaviors they have, one built in the earliest stage of life, and aiming it at you. That is why the moment feels so tender, even if you never had words for it. It is old instinct meeting present trust. 5. They don't give this version of themselves to everyone. Have you ever noticed your cat may greet several people, tolerate others, maybe even sit near someone else, but reserve this exact bedtime kneading ritual for you? This is where most owners get it wrong. They think all affection is equal, but actually feline affection is layered, and the deepest layers are selective. A 2019 study in Current Biology found that many pet cats form attachment bonds with human caregivers, and later work in secure-based testing suggests some owned cats may form a particularly strong bond with one specific person in the household who gives them personal attention and care. That does not mean your cat dislikes everyone else. It means trust is not handed out evenly. Here's why this matters. Kneading you before sleep is not just, my cat is affectionate. It can also mean, you are my safe person. You are where I downshift. You are where I become unguarded. And that is a very different message, because cats do not always announce emotional closeness loudly. Sometimes they reveal it by what they don't have to do. They don't have to meow. They don't have to follow you room to room. They don't have to demand. They just come to you, press their paws into you, and trust that you will still be there when they drift off. That is selection. Quiet but powerful. 6. The real meaning is surrender. This is what most owners never realize. The kneading is not the deepest part. The deepest part is what comes right after. Your cat kneads you, circles once, lowers their body, lets their muscles release, and then falls asleep on you or beside you. That moment matters more than people think, because sleep is vulnerability. A sleeping cat is not scanning the room the same way, not braced the same way, not ready the same way. Here's why this matters. Research on attachment and the secure base effect shows that, for many cats, a bonded human can reduce stress and change how safe a situation feels. So when your cat chooses you at the threshold between alertness and sleep, they are doing something profound. They are not just enjoying contact, they are surrendering vigilance in your presence. Remember earlier when I said this behavior means more than most owners think? This is what I was talking about. You think your cat is being sweet, but actually, your cat is making a decision that matters to them on a survival level. In that moment, they are choosing connection over distance, familiarity over caution, you over solitude. That's why this ritual can feel so strangely emotional when you really understand it, because it is not a performance. It is trust with their guard down. 7. If it suddenly stops, listen. Now let's come back to that part from earlier. What if your cat used to knead you before sleep, and then one day just stopped? Don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Stress research in owned cats shows that normal behaviors can become reduced or inhibited when a cat is distressed, and veterinary behavior reviews emphasize that changes in familiar behavior patterns can be important clues to stress, discomfort, or pain. That does not mean every cat who stops kneading is sick. But if the change comes with hiding more, playing less, avoiding touch, seeming restless, or sleeping differently, it deserves your attention. Here's why this matters. Because once you understand what the behavior means, you also understand what its absence might mean. If kneading was part of the way your cat settled, bonded, and felt safe with you, then losing that ritual may be your cat's way of telling you something shifted. Maybe emotionally, maybe physically, maybe both. So don't force it. Don't take it personally. Just notice. Watch the pattern. Respect the message. And if other changes show up too, check in with your vet. Sometimes loving cats is quiet, but so is discomfort. So when your cat needs you before falling asleep, what are they really trying to say? They're saying you are familiar, you are safe, you are where their body remembers comfort, you are where they stop being on guard. That's not just a quirky bedtime habit. That's trust. That's not just affection. That's your cat choosing you at their most defenseless moment. And that soft little kneading ritual was never small to them. And it shouldn't be small to you either.